Eom Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello there, a very beautiful day to you, and thank you for joining us. You're watching the Eom Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Moore. Today on the program, we shall be taking a look at the Nigerian economy from the viewpoint of industry operators. Also on the lineup is Let's Talk, and our focus is on the Kabota Group Limited. On Spot On, we shall bring you an experienced banker, risk management expert, goal-driven entrepreneur, and industry captain, Pastor Femi Otenigbagbe, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Refuge Mortgage Bank Limited, one of the frontline mortgage banks in Nigeria and one of the most distinguished CEOs in Nigeria in 2023. And on the face-to-face is an adorable, stylish, audacious, vision-driven, 88 years old entrepreneurial expert and industry captain, Mrs. Marion Johnson, who is the co-founder and group chief executive officer of Nigeria Cleaning Service Limited, Nigeria's foremost cleaning services and facilities management company, and indeed our Lifetime Achievement Award winner. This is a must-watch. Stay with us. Dr. Remi Olukoya is the founder, principal consultant, and Group Chief Executive Officer of Pexgray Construction Company Limited.
One of service offering is sport infrastructure solution. By sport infrastructure solution, I meant building of sport courts, lawn tennis court, basketball court, squash courts, indoor sport hall, and the likes. Building of track and field infrastructure with complete sitting arena, bleachers. I'm referring to football pitch, athletics running track, with all the ancillary, infrastructure alongside the sitting arena. We equally offer sport marketing solutions because of our ability to be able to provide sport infrastructure. At some point, we have provided for one of the leading telecom firms in the country, a mobile football pitch. We designed a mobile soccer pitch such that we moved around campuses in the country. And I think we did that for close to 4 years. We've been to at least 40 campuses in our early days, for about 4 years. Over 40 campuses, moving mobile football pitch.
Pexgray, oh yes, Pexgray Construction Company Limited. We are a world-class construction firm positioned to providing bespoke, prompt, high quality and cost-effective integrated engineering solutions for our esteemed clients. Pexgray, call us now. Dr. Raymond Sheyi Akintayo, a quintessential gentleman, certified energy engineer, is the founder, group managing director, and chief executive officer of the Kabota Group Limited.
Kabota Group Limited is a product of vision, and it's a product of dedication of some group of men, credible men of integrity, and men of purpose. So the first entity that came up is Kabota Energy Services. So we started from the energy angle, and when we had our breakthrough, we had our success in that, we felt like in this environment you have to be multifaceted, you have to divert, you have to do, and these are men which are renowned in their own industry. A renowned logistics person that has had over 15-20 years experience in logistics business should not just tell us that he cannot do a logistics business unfiltered. A renowned property manager, a renowned investment manager. No, so me, I'm an energy expert. I have a background in energy, so energy, power infrastructure, and all that. So we feel like we have to set up all this for them to oversee and for us to have multiple streams of income, because that is a major strategy in sustaining. So first, we find success in energy, we find success in power, we need to move to other areas to be able to get ourselves balanced. So if there's any issue on one side, we can't use the other to cover up and we stay afloat. So Kabota Energy Services started. We came up with Kabota Group and we registered under it. And the aspect of the group, the idea of the group came because we also want to be conservative in terms of management, in terms of accounting, in terms of administration. We don't want all these entities to have their own separate, because it will become a kind of multiplicity of activities. So the only accounting department, group accounts, group administration, is the central. So we only have the operations for all these areas to do. So in that way, we are able to effectively manage resources to achieve greater purpose. So it's an holding company, and there are some other special businesses that may come up, transactions which we feel like, okay, fine, the Kabota Group itself should handle, because it's also a limited liability company. So that's how it came up. The vision and mission of Kabota Group encapsulates all the subsidiaries. Like I said earlier, we want to be a reference point in any area we find ourselves. So Kabota Group and the subsidiary, the entire vision is we want to be a world-class energy company, a world-class holding company, a world-class logistics company, just a world-class and a reference point in that sector. So that's the vision. In any sector we find ourselves, we want to be a reference point. Even in holding of subsidiaries, Kabota Group has to be a reference point. So that's the vision. Then our mission, we need to achieve these objectives by ensuring that we are sincere to our clients, to our customers, and also anything we do, we put our environment into consideration. Environment in terms of what are we doing back to the environment? Do you have a CSR you are doing? Are you helping? Do you have a welfare pulse? No, it's not all about you alone. Because if God has helped you to move far, you need to understand that you need to give out to people that are less. So that is also part of our vision and our mission to attain our vision. Yes, to the best of our understanding, to the best of my understanding, and because I see it all as the group managing director, we are achieving. It may not be to our own expectation, may not be to the level we want, but we are achieving them and we are moving. It may not be at the speed we want, but we are moving. We are not retarding, we are not slowing down, we are moving. We are not at the speed we expect.
Pastor Femi Otenigbagbe, an experienced banker, risk management expert, goal-driven entrepreneur, and industry captain, is the managing director and chief executive officer of Refuge Mortgage Bank Limited, one of the frontline mortgage banks in Nigeria.
A beautiful story. We're a beautiful brand. We started off about 2005. Why I said 2005 was that the present stakeholders, owners, bought into the bank then, and then the picture of the Refuge Bank brand started. It was just a mortgage bank. In those days, it used to be called Refuge Savings and Loans Limited. And we started bit by bit, little by little. And if you look at it now, up the line, we're about 17, 18 years up the line, and we're not reducing, rather, we're getting bigger. It started right here also, at this venue, this location, but it wasn't like as you see it now. And over time, we've affected the mortgage industry, and we're doing more. In these 18 years, we've had, and I must give credence to the wonderful team on the board. We've had a very wonderful and stable board that has helped in driving the business till this point now. So we've not had the opti-topsy things that some financial institutions would have. No, it's been stable, and that's helped us to where we are today. We're not more than in the industry. We're just about 32 mortgage banks, but I tell you this with all sense of humility. We're one of the most stable and one of the most profitable amongst all mortgage banks because of a stable system. The CBN said that mortgage banks should change from savings and loans to mortgage banks. And what was the gap? The gap is which is part of our vision, to create and make affordable homes available to the populace. I'm not talking about creating houses or building houses. I need you to understand because different businesses have their different focuses. Our focus is to create affordable homes to and for the populace. If a man consciously has a job and he plans, give a little time, he should be able to have a home. Not a mansion, not a country home, but at least a place where he can put his head, comfortable for him. So what the major thing is to have affordable homes for Nigerians, and we've been pushing at this every day. In fact, very soon we're in partnership with a company to even develop over 200 and, if I'm right, over 200 units of homes, bungalows, affordable to people. Now, I know this is not a marketing call, but that's to let you know exactly what we're doing. Over 200 homes, somewhere not too far away from us, that they can afford with the mortgage, government intervention, RSA and all that. So that's been our vision. And we've been pushing at this. The mission is also to ensure that every man or woman can afford, with proper pricing, a home for himself. That's our vision. Visions expand. And I'll explain to you. When I was in primary school, my desire was to get to the last class, either primary 5 or primary 6. And when I got, I said, hooray, I'm there. Only to be told, after primary school, there's secondary school. And then in secondary school, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, I finished secondary school, said, no, there's the university. And that's because the vision expands. I won't say we are there yet, otherwise we won't have people that are homeless. But what we're saying is that we are contributing our quota in ensuring that people can afford homes. And when I mean afford homes, I'm not even talking about those that are the blue or the white collar job owners only, because that one is even planned. But even the untouched sector, the bus driver, the artisan, if he has a proper plan in place, he can own a home. So I would say that we are continuous in our drive in ensuring that people get to have affordable homes, yes. And it has not stopped. We're still continuing. There's several of them, several services. Technology has driven a lot of things. You know, mortgage banks are not commercial banks. They're not even microfinance banks. In the microfinance banks, you get the pepper woman, the cattle rearer, the organizer, come to the bank because they want to do some kind of businesses. But the mortgage bank has to do with homes. You want to own a home. That means we don't necessarily want you to spend and waste time coming into the bank. What does that mean? With the use of your phone, you can do business with us. You can even open an account online with us without coming to the bank. Once you comply with the regulations, tier 1, tier 2, those are banking terms. Then we have the mobile app that you can run your account in refuge as if you're running a commercial bank. You can receive monies, you can transfer monies. Then we have major products that are mortgage driven. Number one, you'll laugh at this, rent to own. That means you can be a tenant, rent, you are paying rent. And the landlord says, you know what, you've been a very good tenant. I can sell this house to you. I say, sir, I don't have this money. He said, no, that's not a problem. That if you can get money to pay me, you can own this money or property. What do? We come in there. And that's what I told about the advisory part. We can pay off the landlord and look at you. How much do you earn? You were once a tenant, but this house now becomes yours, rent to own. We have the regular mortgage. And the government has done something very beautiful. You know, for every structured institution, you are mandated to pay pension.
Mrs. Marion Johnson, a beautiful, stylish, audacious, vision-driven, 88 years old, resourceful, entrepreneurial expert and industry captain, is the co-founder and group chief executive officer of Nigeria Cleaning Service Limited, Nigeria's foremost cleaning and facilities management company, and indeed our Lifetime Achievement Award winner in Nigeria.
It started in 1957 when my husband brought home the Indian ambassador. I charged the fares, I think, in that time. I had delivered my first child, so they were visiting. But we were moving into a new flat, and when I moved in, all the windows were full of paint, all the floors were full of paint, and I was complaining to the ambassador. And he said, "Why do you sit there complaining? Why don't you do something about it?" So that very night, my husband and I sat down and wrote letters to company. We immediately got some replies to start at once cleaning their windows. The second stage was when I was working, and I was shocked to find manager's toilet locked. I was allowed to use it because I was white, but the other toilet black. And when I went into that toilet, it was a disgrace. And they said, black people can't keep toilet clean. So I challenged them. And I said, the lagoon is across the road. All you have to do is walk with a bucket of water and put it there. He was shaking his head. And I said, just promise me you'll bring me a tanker of water every day. As promised, he brought me a tanker of water. And then 6 boys plus myself went into the toilet to start cleaning it. And it was terrible. The whole office, the Nigerian staff, came out to watch. I disturbed the work for that day. But when we finished, it was sparkling. They immediately gave me the contract for cleaning that building. And that's where we started, and that's where we carried on. Window cleaning, office cleaning, and we have grown. But I will say, it was not easy, because we had people qualified like you laughing at us. Why are we wasting our time to do this? Why can't we get a better job? And you see where we are today. I think we had the dedication, that's it, which we still have today. If I were 10, I would say 10 out of 10. We have succeeded. The short answer is anything that is cleanable. But we do window cleaning, office cleaning, degreasing, refuse removal, cleaning of the outside facade with cranes, and you know that it's not able to access it from here. You need a quick one. We do that. Fumigation, tank cleaning. When I say tank cleaning, I'm referring to oil companies, especially in the refineries. They have these big, big tanks which they pour crude oil into. And the tanks get very dirty. And DPI insists they are cleaned. So we have the equipment. Many, many people have died inside those tanks because people didn't know how to do it. So we brought in this equipment, which is mechanical. Nobody goes inside. And we clean the tanks, and we do not throw the dirty oil into the ground. We treat the oil and send it back to the client as new clean oil. That is one of the latest things. You look out the window, you see all the containers there. Well, I would say if you go into any commercial office today, most of them, there's no separate toilet again. There might be a manager's toilet, but white man, black man, they use the same toilet. That's number one. We started it, but we're not alone. Number two is be dedicated to your job. Don't take a job and think that by bribing somebody, you will continue the job. You must get out there and satisfy the client, as well as looking after your staff. And looking after your staff is very important. I have a book of photographs outside, several, but I can show you one where GZI, and we were retiring a cleaner after 23 years. She came to us with 2 small children, no husband. Don't know where the husband was. She started work 23 years ago as a cleaner, and last month she retired. And GZ and ourselves gave her an award for her services to the company. That's what I mean by looking after your staff. The main thing we demand is that any of our staff should get at least the minimum wage, plus pension and benefits. We hope that the minimum wage will go up in this present regime. That's the main objective. Then we provide the cleaning materials, which the client pays for. But it's no good providing the service if you don't look after your staff. I hope we give a better service. But I also tell you, I was one of the foundation members of an organization called International Facility Management Company. I helped bring people out to train Nigerians as facility managers. So we've done a lot of work. We are helping Lagos State with refuse. It's hard work. We've not made much progress. Why will they not come to me if I'm dedicated? But I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not going to boast that there are not cleaning companies out there doing a great job. But there wasn't when I came here. Like I said, we started the Facility Management Organization. We brought people out from America, we paid for it, to start training Nigerians in what to do. And there's a very good course. But like you said, it's not a maintenance culture per se. It's a culture of not wanting to do the job rather than getting money. So if you have that attitude, but there are companies out there now who insist on a standard. And we are making progress, but it's very slow. But if you are doing the job and you're not dedicated to the job, you just want to make money or line your pockets, then we will fail. It was very, very low at that time. It wasn't an easy job. People were abusing us. Why are you doing this? Messenger can do it. But Messenger would just go in there with a broom, half an hour, sweep it, and then it was a messenger, not a cleaner. But now, we have thousands of women who are wanting a job, and they come in and they're dedicated to cleaning your office. Like I said, at my time, when I started, you could hardly find a woman in the job. So we took them in, and they lined up in hundreds to take the job. The will is there if you have the right attitude. You're no different to the white man. And I would say even more intelligent. It's just not put in the right direction. We had great hope in 1960 we have wasted it. And I'm hoping that finally we are going to turn the corner.
This is Nigeria Cleaning Service Limited, Nigeria's foremost cleaning and facilities management company. Welcome to our world. We are a leading and award-winning provider of world-class quality, professional, bespoke, integrated cleaning services and facilities management support solutions for our esteemed clients. We are your one-stop shop for everything cleaning and facilities management. Nigeria Cleaning Service Limited. Call us now.
So every household
Means we need to work together.
Most of all the things we
Software platforms.
And that's a good point to call it a wrap on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our other portals, as you can see on the screen. Our sincere gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Moari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.